That is a speed bump I cannot overcome. That is a Mount Everest of a speed bump.
Hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my very, very messy closet. What we're going to do today is go through this disaster, which is uncharacteristically horrific right now. We're going to have real talk about things in here that shouldn't be in here, how to avoid purchasing things that you end up not wearing. I made a couple of huge missteps in the last month or so just due to being busy, but that's not an excuse, and I need to be better moving forward. And how to really pare down to the things in your wardrobe that you're actually wearing so that you're not rifling through things that you never wear, that you never will wear, to get to the good stuff and ending up just not feeling your best. So I'm really glad you're here. So this is a video of which type I have not made. It made no sense. In a minute. I used to do a lot of these like closet clean out, organizational videos. And to be frank, the reason I stopped making them is I had a problem for a period of time where my house was just a disaster. I went through, well, disaster is too strong a word, but it wasn't good. I went through the process of doing Swedish death cleaning, paring down. I did it really well. I did it so well, in fact, that I didn't really have any content to make around that. Like I would go like, well, can I organize my pantry? No, because I had set up systems that I didn't really need to reorganize my pantry. Things were in hand. Put in here, little did she know. When we moved my mom with dementia here, and my entire life was turned upside down. No regrets, but that's the reality of it. My time became very much not my own, and things here at the house got really out of control. Now, I would say the big systems of the house, like the kitchen and the pantry, even the basement, my office, those are still fairly intact. But here in my closet where my clothes are, we are in sad shape. Things are everywhere. There is stuff in here that should not be in here. I purchased things kind of impulsively because I needed to go shopping, like to put things on my naked body. And I ended up buying some things at Costco that were not a good idea because they were cheap and they were there. Just all those same kinds of mistakes that all of us make when we're in a really busy season and we're just trying to get through the end of the day. So this is a no shame zone. No shame for myself, no shame for you. But in doing this, my hope is, number one, it will motivate me to tackle this because it is well overdue. And number two, that it will help you if you're looking for motivation to go through your own closet. Because as we're going into spring, a lot of us have a lot of travel coming up. We want to make sure that we have in our closet what we actually love, what we're actually going to wear. Maybe you need to figure out what you need to go out and buy, but you can't do any of that in a disaster. So let's just get started. Okay, probably the biggest culprit in here are these drawers. I love this closet. I designed this closet myself. I used to be a closet designer for the Container Store. I have no complaints about the organization system itself, but these drawers, there's almost too many of them because I find myself just shoving things in them. They used to be categorized. They're not anymore. There are things in here I need to let go of. So really the only way I know how to do this effectively is to take everything out and dump it on my bed. I find that very overwhelming, but in this case, I think if I stand in here and try to do it, it's just going to drive me to drink. So we need to just bite the bullet and handle it. So if you're wondering how many clothes were in there, this many clothes. What, how? I have no idea. So I knew it was bad. I did not know it was quite this bad. There's a sock thrown over there. What I'm not going to do is go through each item of this clothing with you because A, that would be excruciating, and B, I need to really be brutal and think through in my own brain, what the heck am I doing as we're going into spring? I do need to be somewhat cautious. In the past, in videos I have even filmed for you guys, I have actually gotten rid of too much stuff or forgotten that the weather would turn again or just like gotten rid of things and regretted it. So I want to be careful. I want to be mindful. I want to stay in the moment while I do it. So I'm going to put on some like really good music. I might go with something like African. I don't know why. That helps me focus. Maybe like Animal Kingdom Lodge soundtrack or something like that. And I'm going to go through these pieces. When I come back, I'm going to talk about what I am releasing, why I am releasing them, and we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Okay, I'm taking a break because I'm stuck, and I'm curious if this is a spot where a lot of you get stuck. It was very fast for me to go through and pull out old ratty race t-shirts and workout shorts that have holes in them and things that like obviously need to go in the trash. But then there's this whole other category of clothing that are they donatable or do they need to go in the garbage or be recycled in some other way? That's the next step of the process, and I'm trying not to lose my momentum. So for now, I'm going to put those things in a bag. I'm going to set them aside, and I think the going through and determining the where is going to be a project for tomorrow, because do you get that? You get like to these speed bumps and you just stand there and you're like, that is a speed bump I cannot overcome. That is a Mount Everest of a speed bump. The good news is all of these clothes are things that I wear, things that I love, things that I cherish. It was really quick to find. So now those can just go back in the closet and I can do a quick like straighten up, and then we'll chat more in just a minute.
Okay, so I did way pare down the project that I thought I was going to do when I started this day. And I'm excited to put the clothes back. A couple things. I did not tackle my underwear, shapewear bras, and sock drawers because that is just a bridge too far. And so even if you're a YouTube creator, I would say if you understand that you don't have the whole day to devote to the project, take the win. Do the one thing that you can accomplish successfully and feel good about. And I'm definitely moving in that direction. I would, however, like to tackle just this right here. Now, this is not a bad system. This is actually a really good system. This, and ignore my husband's side of the closet. We don't talk about that. This is where I put clothes that are going to be reworn, light jackets, cardigans, things like that. But we're in the midst of moving seasons, and so I won't need some of these things. Like this is one of my really, really heavy like house sweaters that I wear when it's freezing cold in the house and I can't warm up. I actually love it, but it's from J. Crew. It's really thick. I will not need this again until probably next November. So this can be put away. There's some scarves and things that can be put away, but this stays like my drop zone. And I highly recommend having a place with hooks like this. It can be really inexpensive. You could even just use those command hooks, but it's where you put clothes like jeans that you've worn once and you want to wear again, and you want to have them easily accessible. So yeah, it's just kind of a little thing that I do, but this needs to be edited, so we need to do that. As I'm putting away my pajamas, I want to talk about pajamas because I feel like a lot of us tend to wear the same ratty old pajamas that we've had forever. And if they don't have holes in them, if they're comfortable, there's nothing wrong with that. If, however, you are like me, your pajama situation maybe has gotten a little sad, I would strongly suggest you get a fresh pair or two. Couple brands that I love. Nordstrom has their brand. The pair that I love is actually in the laundry, but it's a Nordstrom brand. I'll see if I can find some and link them for you below. The quality is amazing. Target, which again I don't shop from anymore, makes like a dupe of them that get very pilled and don't last nearly as long. I want to say they're called like Echo or something like that. Another pajama brand that I love, she's actually, the woman who owns it is one of my patrons. This is not a sponsored video, is the Good Nighties brand. Love these because they are temperature regulating. And if you are perimenopause or menopause, you know that is a game changer. And I can tell you definitively, I wake up hot or cold a lot less frequently with those particular pajamas. I'm going to be honest, I get in my pajamas sometimes at 7 o'clock at night because I'm going to read or I'm going to watch TV or whatever. And so I'm in them a lot. They're not just for sleeping for me. So I want them to be cute and I want them to be comfortable and I want them to be high quality so that I can pick out ones that I love and keep them for the long haul. So this is me giving you permission to go get you some new pajamas. Okay, you guys, I got it all done and look what we have. Everything is back in its designated spot. I found things I didn't even remember I had. Things that no longer fit me, no longer serve me, have been released. And I even have loads of extra room, which is good because I am in desperate need of some new t-shirts for spring and summer. I'm going to talk about that in just a minute. But hello, Kermie. It's so good to have everything organized and where I know where it is, especially as we're getting ready to pack for a trip coming up. I just am super happy. This is a project I've been putting off. It took me less than 30 minutes to accomplish, maybe a little bit longer, maybe like 45 minutes. And yeah, it's done. And I can see my clothes and I have plenty of room to put all my clothes. I also straightened up here. I didn't clean, but I definitely straightened, kind of reassessed what bags are out. And also too, I cleaned off this little hook area. So these are just the things, actually the belts can go on their own little hook. Stop futzing, Jennifer. I'll do that another day. But yeah, I am really, really happy with this little kind of, not little, but maybe medium-sized project. I think sometimes I get a little too precious with my closet situation. And what ends up happening is the good stuff, the stuff I really love, gets mixed in with the stuff that I don't love. And I promised I'd talk about like impulse buying things that you end up not wearing. I bought some sweatpants on clearance at Costco. Just the pants, not a top that matched, not a, half zip that matched or whatever. I hate them. And I knew I hated them like the minute I brought them home, but I was determined because they were so cheap that I was going to wear them. So I tried. I tried to wear them on multiple occasions. I would pull them out, put them on. Halfway through my work from home day, they ended up going off because they just weren't comfortable. When I say they, yes, I did buy 2 pairs, which was really dumb. I don't remember. Actually, I do remember my thinking. I wasn't sure they would fit because you can't try stuff on at Costco. So I bought a medium and a large. The large were clownishly big. Then I was like, in my brain, I'm not saying this is right. I'm saying this is what I thought. In my brain, I was like, well, when I'm, feeling a little bloated or whatever, I'll just wear those. No, you're not going to do that. So those are in the donate pile because they're still in really good condition. And I know that Costco will take stuff back whenever, but they have been washed and I ain't doing that because, that's just not doing that. So I'll donate those. But other things that we just forget need to be replaced, like white t-shirts. I'm sorry, if you are the type of person that can get 3 or 4 seasons out of a white t-shirt, I commend you. That is not me. That is not something that I'm able to do. So those need to be replaced and you need to be honest about what needs to be replaced. So yeah, let's be real about our closet, not be too precious and be willing to release the things that no longer serve us.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is the craziest thing. So here I am on camera telling you about how sometimes you are going to need to get some new t-shirts and things for spring and summer. And my order from Title IX came. These are the little denim pleated shorts. I love these so much. I have the hardest time finding shorts that are a length that I like, that I'm comfortable with. And these definitely fit the bill. They're super fun, nice pockets, perfect for travel. More on that in a minute. And then I ordered two t-shirts from them. This one is, they're both ribbed. This is in the Kingfisher color, and then the other one is just in white. Great for layering underneath things, all the stuff. And yeah, I'm feeling very like, I realize this is very 19, this is what I would have worn in high school and happily. And they say that you're not supposed to wear something, you're not supposed to wear a trend the second time it comes around. But pleated shorts like this are really in this year. I loved them the first time. And guess what? I'm going to wear them again because I really like them and they make me happy. Just putting these on made me happy and made me feel ready for spring and summer. I will definitely link all of these down in the description box, as well as the pajamas that I talked about. I find there are a few brands that consistently I can rely on. Again, not sponsored. Title IX is one of those brands. I've been buying clothing from them for solidly 10 years and I'm never disappointed. Every time I get something from them, the quality is really good. They check all the boxes. I'm pretty sure they're female owned, but I just really like them. And it's great when you can find a brand that when you order, you know that you're going to love what shows up. And it's not that I've never had to return anything, but it's never been because I wasn't happy with the quality. And yeah, it just makes me really happy. So the reason that my clothing rack was out, if you have a sharp eye and you noticed it in my clip from earlier, is because yes, I have a big trip coming up, a big trip. So make sure you're subscribed because next week I'll be telling you about the trip. I'll be telling you who's going on the trip. And that's right, we are going to do a packing video. So join me then. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to be even more involved with the channel and get free, early, ad-free access to all of my videos, join us over on Patreon. It's only $7 a month. It's a great group over there. And whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.